What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report, as well as Joe Blue's day job. And we're here, the big day at the Red Brick House, where we had not one, not two, but 3 inspections. We had HVAC, we had electrical, and we had plumbing. And haters will be happy, because I know what the title on this. You're gonna be like, yes, he failed. Yeah, well, 2 out of 3 is not bad. We passed the HVAC with one exception. And that is I have to change the breakers in the panel, which technically is electrical. Electrical, we learned something new, that the last new house I built, I believe, was in 2018. And at that time, you didn't have to have tamper-proof plugs. So you have to use tamper-proof plugs anywhere that's not a GFI, or anywhere that is below 5 foot. So we got to change our electrical plugs around the perimeter. No big deal. But everything else on the electrical is good to go. The plumbing, oh man. And I did every bit, every pipe that's in here, every drain that's in here, I did. So you know that it's going to be a mess. I went through, checked each drain, checked the temperature of the water, checked the leaks, checked the tightness of all the faucets and devices. We check for everything. And we passed. So there's a couple steps closer to occupancy. Change those 2 breakers, and we change those plugs. We've got electrical, HVAC, and plumbing out the way. Then all I got to do now is I've got to do the insulation and fix the handrails, and we are good to go. So my brother is taking care of a HVAC unit, or changing the thermostat, programmable one, save energy. And when he's done with that, we'll take him back up the road. You know what's funny to me? You know, the funniest thing is to me, is how, reading the comments, that there's always people that hate. And it's almost comical, because every time they always say is taking too much time. Well, it is taking a lot of time, but this new construction will go a lot faster. having a drywall crew come in and drywall this, yeah, it would take a couple of days. And they would mud and tape it and be done. And I could have done that. But when you're dealing with a piece of history, you want to do it the way it was already done. And you want to try and preserve as much of the original as you can. And you want to make sure that you don't do any harm. And if you put drywall or joint compound on these walls as opposed to this calcium fortified lime and marble dust with these old bricks, then what's going to happen is it won't be able to breathe like it's supposed to, and it'll deteriorate. And just like my hater was talking about, my bricks are soft. They would actually disintegrate. So that's why I am taking my time to do this the way that it's going to last. And quite frankly, I enjoy the time that it's taken to do it. I get satisfaction because when I got here Monday at 4 o'clock, the ceiling wasn't painted. These plug covers weren't on. That ceiling fan wasn't up. These walls weren't plastered. And the inspections hadn't been done. But now, I can look at this and I can say, oh, and the mantle wasn't sanded. So, I take a lot of satisfaction that when I come in here or I show this to people, I can say, my wife sanded that out. My brother put in the HVAC. Jet put in the tile. Michael, he did the electrical. But those kitchen cabinets in there, the framing and the stuff that's up underneath this house, the molding, the trim, the painting, all that stuff, the plastering of the walls, figuring out all of this, I take satisfaction in saying, I took on a project that nobody else wanted to. And we succeeded. Doesn't matter how much time it takes. Because I'm enjoying every step of it. All right, so there's my brother and there's my bride. So they're done with their stuff. And I've got a big old bucket of plaster out there. So I need to get going. All right, good people. I'll catch you on the flip side.